Welcome, everybody. It's me, Sherry, and we got ourselves a video that I want to record. A tournament that I haven't had any recordings of for 2 years because I was busy. I didn't record GSCPL last year, and now we're going to record the second game of the tournament between the Italian player Hellpowna, also known as Beware of Coco, and Mr.378, Mr. Numbers, hailing from, the US, anyways. I don't know what part of the US. And this is overused. Now, I don't even know what tier is presumably Coco's main. I all I know is that I think they play DPP or something, but they fell in love with the tier quite recently, and they don't seem to be quitting anytime soon. They like GSC so much that they've been practicing and practicing and practicing, and of course, it shows. It shows because Coco reached semifinals of the GSC Cup, which I covered, and you can have a look at that. I also gave him a bit of a hand. And he also got a hand from Earthworm. And he qualified for the Smogon Classic, where he beat Soulwind in the GSC game in quite a dominant fashion. Quite the dominant fashion indeed. Really, really good. And that says a lot. Soulwind is no main, but still a fan favorite for many people. So to just beat Soulwind like that, that's quite impressive. When it's your first time doing so well and taking GSC so seriously. That's really good. And of course, Mr.378 is, I guess at this point we could call him a veteran. The granddaddy of Ubers, the Iron Man himself. And he's kicked so many asses, it's, his toes hurt. So let's get into this game. I hope it doesn't last a million turns. Probably not. Probably will not last a million turns if you know Mr.378. So we got Lax lead versus Raikou, and to my surprise, 378 brings stall, so I really didn't expect that. And I just hope that doesn't happen. So we got a Chloe versus, Foray versus Chloe. Very interesting toxic on the incoming Chloe, putting him in a good spot, I would say. So this Cloyster is poisoned, and there's the Raikou. So it's not okay. I think I know which team Coco might be using, and I fear for myself because right now it looks as though Mr.378 and Coco are going to engage in a stallfest. We have Roriku, the Poison Cloyster, and Mr.378's team. I'm going to guess that it might be Sleep Talk. I don't know. Toxic. Damn. Brought the swag. That's really good into Roriku. It's Toxic Sleep Talk and Lax on Lax action. So 378 going to stay in, deal some damage. Is it Flame? And I would say that Coco, is probably experienced enough at this point to scout, but 378 goes for the second double edge here, so it's actually quite scary. And goes for a third one in a row. 3 double edges, not afraid of Toxic whatsoever. Goes for a fourth double edge and as it gets whirlwinded out. So Coco probably didn't expect that and switched out a little preemptively. Now it's going to be a long time before we see that Lax come in again, especially since there aren't too many ways to pressure the Raikou anymore. In comes the Starmie. Starmie might just spin. And there's Umbreon. So Umbreon gets surfed, dealing chip damage. Really good plays here. Sub. Are we going to see a spin? Good to go for the sub, I guess. Just because the Lax was out of range, all things considered. Going to heal back up. So now Coco's going to have to play out of his mind to come back from this, because so far he managed to, he's getting rocked. He's getting rocked. The Cloyster is status, though, so that's definitely helpful. But it looks like there might not be a second spinner on Coco's team. Maybe. Who knows? So Skarm comes in, takes another 19% for his troubles, and goes for Drill Peck on the rest. So 378 is going to heal back up. There's the Raikou once again. And the Lax is relatively... No, not safe to come in. Sorry, not at all. Gets roared, and there is a second spinner. So there is a spinner on this team. It's the Starmie. And Raikou is going to be forced to use Rest. And we also see that even Mr.378's Raikou is Roar. So quite uncommon, actually, but it seems to have quite a good matchup. Now, the only thing that can be done at this point is to try and stall the opponent and stall them out of their PP if you're Coco. So in comes Fori. Fori may try to spin. I don't think that they'll spike. Wow. Yet another Toxic. They're sticking to their guns, and it's HP Ghost at that. Good lord. Gets spikes. Look at all of that value in just 3 turns. These players are playing like they're outdoing each other. They're one-upping each other every time. Oh, now some of this. So spin. Now, 378 doesn't want to go to Missy at any point anymore because of the Pursuit Umbreon. So Coco managed to avoid that first onslaught, that offensive onslaught. Gonna hold things back. And, this is actually one of the more interesting stall-on-stall games that I've seen. Stall-on-stall can be quite interesting, and you'll begin to understand really why we choose the moves that we choose when we build stall teams, because we want to have a competitive edge against other stall teams. So both are double spin, but one has a spin blocker, the other one has a spin block punisher. Actually, we don't know that Mr.378's Cloyster is a spinner. So and then in the chat, Blightbringer says FNH sucks. Okay. The people deserve to know. Okay. Did they scout for the sleep talk? It's Thunder on the Lax. Thunder on the Lax is pretty interesting. And Umbreon doesn't deal too much to Starmie, but crits on that sub, meaning that 378 is going to have to expend a bit of HP there. As you see, Pursuit is kind of weak. Doesn't exactly deal all that much. Cloyster is even weaker now. Great double. When things are on fast settings, it's kind of tricky. And oof, big oof. How did that play out? Let's go back like a replay. End of round 1. And let's see what just happened here. So we were in this scenario with the Umbreon. Starmie's going to recover the HP back. In comes the other Starm as Coco doubles to the Lax. which is interesting. That basically covers every option, more or less. And Mr.378's team is actually very weak to Thunder Lax. So the Cloister comes in. Why does it come in? Not really sure. I'm not really sure why the Cloister came in there, but it came in, and then it doubled out, and then it tripled back in, hoping for a force out, but Coco getting the Thunder and killing the Cloister. So now Mr.378 is at odds against the stall team, because all of a sudden he might not have a win condition. I mean, he does, but without the spikes, he just does not have the ammunition to break through all of this. Unless he can make something happen with the Misdreavus. But Lax is going to come in every day on this Raikou. Really, really interesting. A Tyranitar or a Golem would have actually made this team a lot better off. But in comes the Missy, Thunder. Coco's just getting every single... They're making every single call. Poison, Pursuit. I don't think that the Missy is going to die in this sequence here. In comes the Fori, gets HP back, gonna go for some spikes. Goes to Raikou, 378 goes for an early spin. Okay, can't argue with that logic. And I don't remember seeing the rest talk on the Missy, but I guess it happened. I must have missed it. Like I said, this Lax threatens everything. There is nothing that can come in safely. Goes to the Skarm. And 100 turns have zoomed by, honestly. It's been quite fast for a stall game. 13 minutes. EQ. Thunder EQ, not Rest Talk. Damn, I thought it was Rest Talk. Damn, that very much feels like a, what's it called, an Earthworm team. And now the Toxic on the Starmie, the third Toxic call-out against 378. I'm not sure what's happening. I really wonder what the offense man was thinking coming into this game with a stall team. Because for me, Mr.378 is known for his offense. He's like just... It's beautiful to watch. He's playing well, but he's getting called out. And the Toxic is definitely helpful. But we'll see. Spikes. Go to Umbreon. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. The second T-Bolt call out. How many T-bolts did he even use? 6. And 2 of them KO'd, just OKO'd. Oh my god. This is game. This is game over. This is Coco's game to lose here. There is not much that can be done at this point. I mean, no. No. Yeah, forfeit. Damn. That was brutal. Good job, Coco. And props to Mr.378, honestly. Both these players brought us a really interesting game. Good shit. And thanks for watching.